Technology Talks. Welcome back. I'm continuing the discussion of immortality, which, as you are reading a lot of the scientific breakthroughs that are happening in the space of anti-aging, is seeming more and more likely. And whether you agree or you disagree, yeah, feel free to do that in the comments. But it's definitely exciting enough to warrant discussion within technology industry. So just continuing that discussion, we had just kind of listened a little bit to Dr. Aubrey Gray, who's head of Sense, one of the larger and more well-funded organizations that is battling aging and age-related death from age-related ailments. And one of the points he just made was that, even little over 100 years ago, let's say right pre-1900s, it was actually pretty much unfathomable that we could ever reach a point where death from communicable disease, even battling that would have ever been conceivable, and yet here we are. And granted, there are economic reasons why we're not appropriately distributing these kinds of cures and these vaccines, but that's for another discussion. This is technology talks, not politics or economics talks. But the point of it is basically all the major communicable diseases we have a grasp of at this point. So if you were to die from something like malaria, it's more a reason of social negligence or economic or community negligence in the way we organize things, not because the technology is not there. And so the point that he had just made, I'll just play a tiny bit of that again here.
New problems. And does that mean that we were wrong to solve the original problem? Of course not.
Right.
It's like saying it's a terribly bad thing that we figured out how to essentially prevent most infectious diseases because it...
Right. So, that's the infectious disease argument, and it just seems like we are on the cusp of that with immortality. This is Technology Talks, and we want to be able to discuss these kinds of concepts and these breakthroughs that are going on, whether you believe it or whether you don't. It gets into the question of religion, because death is one of those things that's very tied to your beliefs. But it's certainly worth discussion. I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments on whether you think we're getting to a point where eternal life here on Earth within this vessel that we have as this body is something plausible. Obviously, lightning striking at this point